Salisbury May, and today we're gonna do the review of UFC 311. That was a very good card. It was a bit stale in the early prelims and the prelims, but then once the three main fights everyone's looking forward to, then it's just like those fights were great. Then that just like made the card much better. So yeah, those last three fights saved the card. First off, Peyton Talbot versus Barcelos. That was a crafty vet performance from Barcelos there. In my prediction, I was predicting that Barcelos was going to give Peyton trouble with some crafty vettiness, but I didn't expect it to be in the grappling. I thought it'd be in the striking. But yeah, I think that was a good lesson for Peyton. He learned early in his career his biggest weakness, and I think now he's gonna train harder. He's gonna work on his grappling because I'm not sure if he's obviously be winning fights and stuff and things like that. So getting out wrestled in the gym isn't the same as getting out wrestled in the UFC. So I think now he's realized that okay, my wrestling grappling is a thing I actually need to work on. And I don't think Payton Talbot's struggle will struggle like that in striking matches. So it's a good early lesson for Payton. And it wasn't like a shameful performance. Payton actually tried to throw some hands, even when he knew it'd probably get taken down at some point. But yeah, Payton's gonna have to go to work now. Less Paramore, Frank Ocean. Now you got to put on that wrestling singlet and do some jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. So yeah, Kevin Holland versus Randy DeRidder. That was a very good performance from DeRidder. First round submission, but it's Kevin Holland. Many people have gone Holland out there early, but DeRidder's jiu-jitsu is very good because in that position where DeRidder was probably like most fighters that position where DeRidder was on his back and most fighters and he was on his back but he was about to fall off and most fighters would probably fall or they wouldn't be able to reverse that position into a back take, but DeRidder's jiu-jitsu is very high level and they got the choke. I think next we go to DeRidder versus Vittori. When was the last time Vittori ever fought? And also it's a winnable matchup for DeRidder there, and maybe in maybe in like two or three more fights, he can get a title shot. Next, Almeida versus Spivak. Jailton's a freak, man. Jailton Almeida is just he's a problem heavyweight for anyone. And Spivak actually got the first takedown, which I'm pretty surprised because Jailton just blasts a double leg and just gets you down within the first 3 seconds. But Spivak actually got the first takedown, and then Almeida reversed it, and he eventually got on top. And then it broke off. Then Almeida hurt Spivak on the feet, and then got full mount, and then was able to land ground and pound. Yeah, Almeida is just a problem at heavyweight, and I want to see Jelton versus Gane next because we can't just let Gane duck any more people, and Gane will probably lose that fight. So it's probably not good to have a star get grapple fucked to it. Like this is a fight we need to see next. I think it makes perfect sense. Almeida needs to like fight a guy like in the top five or something now. Almeida's like 8-1, 9-1 in the UFC and stuff, which is like he's only lost one fight against Curtis Blades, which was I think kind of a fluke. Looking back at it, so he deserves a top contender now. Then Yuri Prohaska versus Jamal Hill. What a fight this was. Yuri entered the Matrix in this fight. I thought the straight shots would be a problem for Yuri, but I think Yuri must have game planned because Jamal would throw a straight shot, and then either Yuri would pull back and counter, or he would slip to the right, or he'd just slip the punch to the left or the right, and then he would land it straight. that was just a great performance from Yuri. I think he kind of outclassed Jamal Hill, even though Jamal Hill performed well, tried his best. It's just Yuri just looked so good in that fight defensively. His head movement was on point that night. Yuri was a, I don't know, that's just like he would probably like felt tonight I was on point in that performance. And also the straight shots. Yeah, about the straight shots. I thought the straight shots would be a problem for Yuri, but it was actually for Jamal because Yuri would slip the straight shot from would slip a shot from Jamal and then come back with a straight, and then sometimes offbeat Yuri would come in with a leaping straight, and that would hurt Jamal. That was just it was just a great fight, honestly. Yuri just entered the matrix in that fight. I think next do Jamal versus Roundtree because that fight was booked before. I think it's a winnable matchup for Jamal, and then we can kind of build the confidence and start him off Jamal a bit. And then do Yuri versus Alberg versus Jan winner. I think Yuri has to win at least probably like two more fights until he gets a trilogy with Alex Pereira. I don't think that fight will happen. But yeah. And I think Jamal Hill, I don't know if he's like the top five level. Maybe it is because light heavyweight isn't that stacked, but like Jamal Hill's best win is Glover Teixeira, who was pretty much an old head. Even though Yuri struggled against Glover Teixeira was 42 years old, and since then Jamal hasn't won a fight. So yeah, great performance from Yuri. Next, Merab versus Umar. Umar's probably gonna get beaten from Khabib when he gets home. That's terrible performance. Your wrestling is zero. You're on fast plane. No jacuzzi for a week. So that's tough for Umar. He's probably gonna have Dagestani depression for getting out wrestled. And no one beats Merab at 135. Honestly, I think the only person who would be able to beat Merab is like a guy who can be very explosive in like a split second, who can like get like a very fast like jumping knee KO or something. I don't know, someone kind of like Mirage who was very explosive and rocked Umar. But besides that, I don't know, that could maybe be O'Malley if O'Malley's somehow got a good exchange. But yeah, I think everyone's like Marav's a bantamweight goat. I think there's a conversation now for Marav to be the top 15 goat. His resume is insane. He beat Umar. He has been Umar. He's been Yan. He's been O'Malley. He's been Marias. He's been Cejudo. There's probably like another one or two names I can't think of right now. And it was a very, I don't know. I watched the fight back again in the third round. It was actually pretty close. So I think at bare minimum it could have been a draw because I think the fourth round was a 10-8 for Marab. Yeah, Marab just has alien cardio, honestly. Marab's probably on EPO. He has freak cardio. Doesn't make sense. The guy just doesn't slow down at all. He's making Dagestani's gasp away. It's pretty insane. And I'm happy that Marab won because Marab's actually like pretty funny. The Nia drama videos of Marab is actually like hilarious and stuff. And maybe if it's your favorite fighter, it isn't great seeing Marab just like wrestle fuck anyone, but seeing a Dagestani get out wrestled by Marab is absolutely great. And that was actually a really entertaining fight. So yeah, good Marab. Marab's probably in my top 10 favorite fighters now. He's hilarious and also he beat Dagestani. Finally. Finally we get to see one of Khabib's prodigies lose. I've been waiting for this day for very long. I'm celebrating Dagestani's downfall. Then finally Islam Makhachev versus Renato Moicano. It's a bit disappointing. I thought the fight would go longer. I thought Renato would have got a bit hyped up seeing Dagestani finally lose. But yeah, Moicano did look good on the feet. He was landing body kicks and stuff like that. He was landing leg kicks on Islam, but eventually got to the ground and yeah, I thought Moicano would have done better, man. I thought be comfortable on the back and comfortable grappling, but he just got absolutely smoked in the grappling, which is yeah, I don't know. It's just the the card is starting to heat up, and then just after the first round, it's very disappointing. At least reach like the second round, something like that. But like, yeah, I think like a shorter, stockier type of guy is it's harder for Islam to submit. That's why um I think Ilya Taporia versus Islam Makhachev is such an interesting matchup because he is wrestling is great and all, but like we saw how the shorter, stockier physique of like Volkanovski was able to stuff the takedowns and not get like and not get submitted and hang there on the ground. So yeah, I think Islam Makhachev is ducking Renato Moicano. And next we go to Moicano versus Paddy Pimblett next. It's a fight which needs to be made. Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria, that should be next, but that's not next. Uh, I don't know. You can't do Dan Hook. If Dan Hooker beats Islam Makhachev, you can't do Islam versus Dan too, even if he beats Justin Gaethje. And Justin Gaethje is coming off one win, so if he one win, I don't think warrants a title shot. So next should be Arman Sarukian versus Charles Oliveira too. I think that should be made next. 5 rounds. If that last round went longer, that Charles could have potentially choked out Arman Sarukian. And I don't know when Arman will be back because he got back injury. So it's not like he's gonna be ready in a month or two. So I think it'd be a perfect opportunity to do Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria. That's a potentially 1 million pay-per-view sale fight, and yeah, it's a boy starts per MMA.